going to do to attack. And to see him when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle it. He brought down, but a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. Gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit.
In the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get two there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run. Now it's gone. Interrupts him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back to throw. Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returning, it's Benjamin. Shifts by him. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. They run it here with Gordon, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Gordon, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs? Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Rivers to throw it. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Off to Watkins for a Rams first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Another carry now for Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Goff now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Goff finding fellow second-year man Higbee for a Rams first down. Losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Rams on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Goff now looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They run. It's Gurley. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Him as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Goff on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Following the interception here, Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. The 20. Just a bit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly,
skyrocketed.
Right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as
thing is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now Gurley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. On 1st and 10, Rivers caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ethan Westbrooks with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And the The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mark Barron, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The Chargers getting set to go. Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers going deep for Benjamin. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Rivers again. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Give running left for Gurley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
People trying to